Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and I've got another Mac run for you. I'm still figuring Mac out, everyone is. Gotta say, the potion setup seems strong. Just the ability to reliably find energy potion gives Mac greater access to haste than anyone else. Combine that to increased potion ammo items, stuff like the strength potion giving 100% crit chance, and you've got an engine to make pretty much anything strong. One of the better scalers Mac has access to is probably his Vat of Acid, which just deals so much damage, it's absolutely unreasonable. It might seem okay on the surface until you realize it's not like Infernal Greatsword. It calculates its burn after it does the poison, meaning that it will always do at least equal burn to its poison, but then on top of that, if you give it multicast and 100% crit chance, things start getting really silly, because you might think that if it had multicast, it would deal burn equal to its poison. But in fact, with multicast and crit chance, it deals burn equal to 20 times its poison, which is slightly different than my initial estimation of how this card works. Anyways, see for yourself, it's a pretty sick run. Mac is looking very powerful. I'm not sure how much of this is outliers and how much of this is just really strong things fitting together nicely. I don't know that Vat of Acid is in itself a problem. It might be. But realistically, right now, I need to play so much Mac to understand what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And I'm playing against mostly other Macs who might be doing a lot worse than me and making it seem like my builds are better than they are. But in this case, I feel like I was one-shotting people pretty instantaneously with insane amounts of burn damage. And maybe this one is just overtuned, kind of like Secret Formula. Like, it's a very different build than the Secret Formula Athenor combo, but it's still instantaneous death by burn via potion. So it's definitely in the same sort of neighborhood as my previous run. Anyways, here's the run. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, another day, another Mac run, and it'll be a cold day in hell when you catch me clicking something other than the income start on Mac. Or maybe a day when I'm better at Mac and feel more comfortable with starting skill, but right now, the income seems invaluable to me. I can't recall whether or not Jungle Ruins had a unique option for Mac. I want to say there was a reagent here. That might have been the crate. There is a reagent here. That one's not great, but 3 regen every 6 is not terrible in the early game, and I think Curio's a waste of my time, really. Fanged Inglet for weapons, scrap for... I don't really think armor builds are a thing on Mac. It feels like a mechanic he kind of skipped. I'm gonna go Pyro. You can have some pretty decent burn on a Mac. I wouldn't mind Fiery. I probably don't want the lighter. Cinders are fine. And it just occurred to me that Mac might not actually beat Kyber Drone. I don't know how much damage they dealt, but the whole you beat Kyber Drone with an empty board thing might not be true with Mac starting 200 hit points. I think it is, but I don't know for sure. The fact that it was RNG in a previous meta makes me think you just lose on Mac if you have an empty board. Anyways, while we wait for the sandstorm to get here and wrap this up, I will remind you that you can sub to the channel for more daily Bazaar content just like this, and all that YouTube algorithm jazz really does help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, while the magic of editing the sandstorm is over, Pyro is dead, and what do we get for our efforts? A Cinder. That's the worst Cinder too, but this is... Interestingly, it's the same effect from the Cinder, but less gold, so in a way, Pyro got nerfed. The starting 5 regions really tremendously appreciated, but I think I just have to go Andy. I don't know, do I? I'm perfectly happy to lose day 1. The things that I feel are super important for me to find are not small items. I want a retort or a calcinator to generate lead. I want something to transform the lead. I feel like most of the small items aren't really win conditions. I'll look at it for a second. I'll try to figure it out. So Mac has a lot of items like Emerald and Energy Potion that can fit into boards, but really can't win on day 1 on their own. He has several reagents that will be useful later, don't really do a lot now. He has a couple of regen items that could be pretty good for me for my day 1 fight. I wouldn't mind a super early Philostone. Quill and Ink could be good since I don't have anything else. Quill and Ink and Philostone might be enough for me to really commit to this. Most of the other stuff here, not really super impressive, but I have the income start. I think there's a good chance I get more regen from this than going Defense Big Bite. I'm still not really sold on Hourglass, don't really see the point of a letter opener. I will take a Bottled Lightning. It's unimpressive, but better than not having a Bottled Lightning. Might just not have a full board if I don't take that. Same with Fire Potion. Not great. I'll take it, though. And I'm happy to just buy 2 reagents here with the intent to transform them down the line. And again, JJ's the obvious choice. He took Income Start for a reason. kind of don't want the second moth meal that much. Don't really care about getting Nightshade either. It's a lot harder to transform this. However, I can get the level up reward. I can go to Mandala as well. It can also just win day 1 fights, right? It's a 6-speed poison 6. Put that next to a Sword Cane, which is a 5-speed poison 4 in that circumstance. Like, I could just drop my whole board, buy this, and go. That feels a little bit too frivolous to me. I do think I need the Nightshade, but then I would rather run heal and regen items. And I've got one. Need to find another one. I am happy to buy the moth meal to upgrade it. I don't think that's unreasonable. It will transmute to a different silver item with heavy. Will and ink is the perfect final piece. 2 regen, and it's going to give 2 poison. Relatively minor on that second part, but it scales the Nightshade a lot. Emerald is going to massively increase the value of Quill and Ink. It's going to pretty immediately be worse than Myrrh in every other regard. I think it's a mistake. I think the long-term scaling on my Myrrh is definitely correct. It's a pig. He's up 100 health on me because that's the way the game works. And I kind of don't want to sell any of this. Like, all of this could conceivably make it into a board down the line. Anyway, how do we do against this pig build? What are we looking at? If it's Lumbors, I'm probably dead. Lumbor's got a pretty big buff. This is actually the first pick I've seen in like 3 runs. Toxic Steam Ladle, no freeze. Obviously, it's day 1. I think we beat that. I should just out-regen his pitiful damage with these 2 items and then poison him down over the course of the fight. Dude, that feels so good. He also took an income start on Pig, so obviously income starts are usually weak. But when you take an income start on Mac, you are literally the weakest possible character of all 12 starts you can take. Each character, there are 4. Each kit, there are 3, so 4 times 3 is 12 configurations. And there is none less likely to win on day 1 than income Mac. So getting your day 1 win when you do this start feels so strong. There's so much broken shit this opens you up to. I still have a ways to go. If I don't find an economy setup, I'm a lot more all in than I would like to be. But hey, I'd rather be all in with 2 income than all in with nothing, which is often what skill and enchanted start gets you. It's a little bit pricey to go to Quixel. I kind of just want to take a random reagent. I'm gonna go to Quixel. There's just like too much possibility that the next door sucks. And like, yeah, the 4 gold roll hurts like hell, but I can live with it. Huh. Well, incense is a regen item. There's a tiny chance I keep a fire potion for a long time. I'm trying to decide if it's like ever actually sticking around. It's certainly more likely to stick around than a bottled lightning, in my opinion. And I need to sell that so I can pick up the Nightshade and also the Incense. The Incense is kind of a big deal because it's more scaling on the Nightshade, more regen. Now, unfortunately, there's just like no real way for me to do anything at the next store we hit. And I also can't afford to roll this. I might have to sell something I don't want to sell then. Well, my option is to sell both potions or get a bad skill. I think get a bad skill might just be pretty quickly the correct choice here. If I get a weapon, it seems likely to me. I don't know, let's go left eye. It feels like it's not very good, but it's the best option I have right now. I think all of those skills are unlikely to help me in any capacity. Wonderful. I am going to transmute this moth meal, I think. 1 XP could be nice. Do I currently beat Rogue Scrapper? Hold up. I definitely beat Rogue Scrapper. I need to go take 1 XP so I get to level 3 today. I would like to go to Mandala there, but unfortunately, Mandala probably. I just have to take that experience pip so that after Rogue Scrapper, we'll get just enough experience to reach level 3, get the extra board slot today. It's likely I can't even really effectively fill the board slots because of the choices I've made, but it's still notably more health, and with, 250 health on day 2, you go down pretty damn fast. I think I need the health, need the level for that if nothing else. I can also get board filler from him, like Junkyard Repair Bot's not that bad. When you only have 300 health, it's a 20% heal every 8 seconds, which is pretty substantial. Just look at it as percentages, so you don't have to look at it as the real terrible values. So, what do we have? Don't really feel like the character does shield. I mean, it's 4 gold, I can't be too upset. Gain 1 income or small items. I have 8 gold. I need to find different small items than what I currently have, but the issue is that the small items are not the things that can transform or generate things. There are definitely heal and regen items I don't have that I want. But I'm going to take the income here. The next shop will be fine. Can I take XP here? I tend to find that I don't get a lot of XP on Mac. I don't really know why. And the answer is no. So I'll go ahead and continue not getting XP and go to Kina. Alright, those are items I like. That's a Philosopher's Stone to start scaling up regen and getting a good mid-game idol. That's a Calcinator to get lead. Of course, I need to actually be able to afford them, and, well, I can do that relatively easy, it turns out. Get this, get this. What do I do for my board today? I put in Philostone and I guess the Moth Meal, actually, as it is a 2-second slow on 5-second cooldown, which isn't terrible, right? These potions probably never go in. I can't transform the chunk of lead today. If I roll, it is brutally expensive to buy anything that's likely just costing me money if it does anything at all. Gonna take a bronze tier loot item here, take the maximum gold value. Truffles is pretty underwhelming considering every other idol. This man dropped $40 to immediately get the best pigskin in the game. Why though? Why would you do such a thing? He has so much more disposable income than I do, is what I've just learned. Anyway, I'm going to sell the truffle now before I can forget about it and make something complicated for myself. The real question is this man running a good build that can kill me? And I'm not convinced he is. I feel very strong for day 2. There's a lot of regen, a lot of poison, and a lot of scaling poison. Pig tends to be a slow gamer. The pup is on the board. Well, he does have an extra 175 health, which puts him nearly 200 ahead of me. But since he didn't level, his opening was Turbo Marbles, I think he's just dead to rights. I think we basically out-regen the very minimal burn he's doing. I didn't realize it was quite this bad, but yeah, the Steam Ladle's at bronze with no freeze, so... I guess if you don't freeze, it doesn't really matter what tier it's at. This is... I am jealous of this skin. A month from now, I will equip this skin, and I don't know that I will ever unequip it. Anyways, let's get back into it. What's going on day 2? This might be my first undefeated Mac run, and it would be pretty cool if I can manage one in my first 5, although, having said this, I've jinxed it. Second piece of lead, really need to start transforming this shit. I don't have anything I want to sell at Volpack, but at the same time, I'll go abandon chest. The medium item's not terrible. Like, it's guaranteed gold value. I don't want to spend 4 gold to roll at JJ. I think I go Mandala here over JJ. I kind of hate it. But the next 2 shops are so much better if I go for Mandala. Is it? There's no way it's Mandala. It's gotta be Mandala, right?
Mandala. Mandala.
Mandala, okay. Anyway, please transmute this. I know I'm not getting anything useful out of the transmute, except for 5 gold, which is pretty damn good. I also get a bit more regen on the Philosopher's Stone. The real question is, how much regen do I really have? Because I'm on a clock against an ether, right? 3 regen, 4, 5. That's also not doing anything. 6, 7, 8, 9. Does this random sword cane I just found help me meaningfully? Like, these 2 items aren't doing much, right? I don't think it's going to do the adjacency effect twice, but it might. I think it's more likely to win, like it does chip down the shield a lot. I think I win with this. I might have won without it, just chipping the shield down any amount is so valuable. The big thing though is even though my total health value isn't very good, regen's one of the best defenses in the game, so if I can get that scaling to any meaningful effect, I feel pretty safe against the force field. Now, I will admit, maybe I felt a little bit too confident here, but we are scaling poison stupidly fast, so maybe I didn't feel overconfident. Maybe I was just dead on right about it all. Yeah, I think we were fine. I'm not sure this was necessary. It looks like we'd have won without it since it, you know, only reduced the shield by how much? 30? Yeah, I don't think putting that in actually did anything. Force field might be at its worst on this character, and not like by a small margin either. But I'm still happy with the highest gold reward in the fight. Can't be too upset about it. Alright, Metal, it is time. Give me an Alembic, please. Mortar and Pestle, don't have weapons. Ice Claw, don't have freeze. And Runic Daggers, don't have crits. May I request a reroll, please? I don't suppose you got another reroll in there, do you? I am talking shit, but I think it's worth picking up those candles. I'll level up before the fight. I've had a lot of small items to charge this faster, and I might not find anything better to put on my board, so I will take it. I'm not thrilled about it. And my bronze tier upgrade sucks a little. I think I use it on the Calcinator for income later. which I may come to regret, but it's a lot of income later, man. A whole lot.
It all works out.
That's 5 additional gold every time I transmute a lead. Theoretically, 5 income. So yeah, how can I say no, right? Putting Barcoon up against Mountain Pass, I think, is officially bullying. Now, in my past several runs, I've clicked on Mountain Pass, I think, like 5 times and got in 1 fight. So, purely out of trauma, I feel inclined to click Barcoon. My board's pretty bad. I have multiple reagents that do very little on my board. I think going to Barcoon is actually just the right call. Not with items like those. Barcoon, please. We have a bio launcher and an auto, neither of which is ever happening, but a potion distillery could. And I need something to transform all my shit anyway. This was like the big reason to come here, is finding that or the Olympic and start transforming things. I generate 1 thing at start of day, nothing else, so I can just toss the fireflies. Pick this up. And then tomorrow we can start transforming all of our lead. I'm going to sell these now, just because they're worth more gold here. And I feel good about our economy. We're currently 2-2, or sorry, 2-0 on day 2. I'm feeling very strong here. 0-1 Vanessa, you love to see that. My defenses are a bit sparse. There are some weak Vanessas that might just kill me before I scale up. But I think I'm probably stronger than most. I'm up a level, that's a great sign. I'm 100 health up. Oh no! He's got a shovel! And it's got 56% crit! Run for it, boys! I think I'm good. I think we got this. I was not expecting the 1-weapon bronze shovel build. I understand how he's at 0. 3-0, perhaps more by the grace of my opponents than the quality of my build, but hey, we take this. Oh, I can click continue before it finishes animating. Hold up, the game might actually be snappier, but it doesn't convey it at all. We're gonna have to test that. We want to transmute the good lead first, because it's worth more gold. We don't have to go to Ayla. Ayla seems like a pretty bad shop for me, to be honest with you. The flip side is there's no conceivable way that I actually need chocolate bars. Yeah, like Ayla can still sell reagents. Now, question. Is Goop Flail good? No, because it's poison equal to damage. If it were deal 1 poison, deal damage equal to this item's poison, or to your opponent's poison, then we'd be talking. But I don't think Goop Flail has anything for me. I will roll. I should have unlimited money at this point. I'm not seeing it. I do like that energy potion. I like that chunk of gold, too. We have lots of reagents coming, so that's very nice. But that Ayla shop was really just an economy stop. It was unlikely to sell me anything that mattered. Mandala is now entirely unnecessary. We do that shit ourselves.
Feel the tunes, heal the wounds.
We got a sleeping potion. More importantly, chunk of gold. Don't need to sell it just yet. Might go to a Barcoon. Happy to upgrade Incense. Very big upgrade on regen and on the slow duration, so I'm happy with it. Black Rose isn't very good, but like, Hemlock and Mothmeal are pretty terrible. I guess I'm about to transform them anyway, right? I think that's still a reason to buy Black Rose, to make sure I don't end up with nothing on my board. I don't want to play Nightshade in the early game, but like, if it's at gold, I have a board of regen items, how can I say no, right? When you use a potion, I don't really do that too often, unfortunately. So I don't think I can go Show Globe here. Apothecary is a relatively fast regen, but I don't haste, slow, poison, or burn that often is the thing. I'd kind of have to sell the candles for it, which would be fine for scaling Nightshade and my own defenses. It probably hurts my offenses a lot. I haven't been clicking recap to see how much the burn's really doing. The bigger thing is if I don't haste, I barely slow, I barely poison, because like the poison is in big chunks. I don't burn, then this is going to be very slow and not worth the slot. It's really about start of day, get a reagents. And I'm not quite able to afford that much stash space. Something would have to go on board. Calcinator is not that far from out tripping candles already, but there's nothing for it here. Do I need to sell anything before fights? No, I can wait till after. And we should crush a Hellbilly. It finally gives us a chance to see how much burn we're inflicting. It'll deal less actual damage just because our opponent's shielding, but I want to see, like, flat value, how much burn does this inflict? Because if it's, like, similar to Nightshade, then candles are really good. If it's worse than Nightshade, then Nightshade's either really good or candles are pretty bad. And it looks like our regen's just well more than enough to beat a Hellbilly. Always good to see. I feel like mechanically the regen poison strategy, provided the opponent doesn't just steamroll you immediately with something crazy like Ghost Pepper or Infernal Might, this is a strategy that's mechanically incredibly strong. You basically need to get one shot or have burn stacked to 1,000 if you're uncomfortable with this. At least in PvE fights, I mean. We'll toss a sleeping potion. I guess I should have sold the chunk of gold. It's objectively more right, but oh well. Silver tier skills we can freely afford to reroll at this point. Don't have a weapon to buff, don't really burn a lot, and again, don't really burn a lot. Now, I could intentionally try to, like, make a candles build using Conflag, but I think candles is the first thing leaving this build, so I'm going to roll this. Your poisons have +1 poison for each potion you have, and your burns have +1 burn for each potion you have. Huh. But have you considered that I don't have any potions yet? Now, of course, down the line, I'll probably have 5 potions if I end up playing a potion build, but that's still not a large amount of poison and burn, is it? Oh, that's actually not great. I'm going to take Potent Potables. It could impact the results later, but not by a ton. I have Potion Distillery, but I don't think I can justify not going Mountain Pass here. Also, I don't know why I just sold that. Anyway, let's go get our fight at Mountain Pass, right? Because it's going to be a fight this time. Hey, it's the Hellbilly rematch we were all waiting for. I'm just going to cut to the end this time. This fight has no RNG. You know exactly how it goes. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a Monitor Lizard. Just one big, slow poison item that scales very aggressively. Except instead of scaling on haste, it scales on a defense, and it scales on a faster item, which is pretty important. So, 60 burn versus 140 poison. Gotta say, I think 60 burn's worth a lot less damage than 140 poison. Theoretically, it could be worth about twice as much damage, but I don't think that's really true. This opens up pivots into something like Runic Blade a little bit more effectively. And my Grandmaster already sucks, and I think Runic Blade is hype as hell, so I'm gonna take it, but it's probably the wrong call. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna enchant one item with either Obsidian or Toxic. It is going to be a potion. There is no potion that's crazy with either of those, really. And I think Obsidian's slightly more likely to be good, but either way, I'm not gonna run it on my board. I will, however, be happy to upgrade the regen on my Philosopher's Stone. Oh, right, you are a reagent. I'll be selling this at some point, or transforming it, rather. But I'll wait as long as I can to do so. Obsidian Bottled Lightning is kind of the best hit for it, really. Still not great. Do I want to start trying to switch to potions, grab this Noxious Potion? It's not very good, is it? Gonna roll, don't want it. Very happy with the Haste Potion upgrade. I think Durable is better than Moth Meal. Perfectly fine with the Hemlock upgrade as well. That might give a better item when I transmute it, and even if it doesn't, it will just pay for itself when it creates an enchanted item. We have the space for our Calcinator, we don't need any more space. Nothing is important positioning-wise, so we're good. We're both undefeated. That scares me against the Vanessa. It means there might be a one weapon, and I feel particularly vulnerable to one weapons as a regen Mac. Wide weapon? What are we looking at? Revolver, Pop Snappers, Incendiary, Cannon. Yeah, wide weapon. Thankfully, the Catfish is not getting hasted. Looks a little bit slow, but the burn might be massive. It's not too massive off the rip. It might be a little bit too much for me. Yeah, like the last stick of poison's gonna kill him after a little bit, but just a little bit too slow. That's what you expect when you see really aggro Vanessas. You're kind of just trusting other classes to keep weapon Vanessa in line. And, like the mashup's just so inherently bad, right? What can you fucking do? I need to transform something I expect to sell. Otherwise, I have a space problem. So I'm gonna transform the Hemlock first. Go to Andy.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford.
Oh, we're getting sulfur. That's not even helpful. Toxic regen potion's actually also pretty good. I think that's good enough that I suddenly start looking at a very different game plan, right? Like, candles are gonna be out. We're not gonna be using that at the end of the day. I don't want to be running Nightshade with this stuff, but I might have to. Mirror's probably out in favor of Durable because I do have a decent chunk of burn. This doesn't reload currently, so it's got a pretty big problem. I'll probably have to run Mirror and Incense. I think it's important that I, like, do the enchants that matter first. And I do want a sulfur here, and I do want to upgrade bottled lightning, because I might be transitioning to potions. So even though Chunk of Lead gives me the money, I need to do the things that might actually go on my board and be good. I think the incense buy might be good enough to justify. I have very nearly unlimited money, but this is like maybe a bridge too far. I think I'm going to immediately get rid of this and not use it. Right now, this is the item that goes on my board. It's my last item. And I'm comfortable with it winning a PvE fight, and I might have to use it in PvP. It's a very frivolous buy, I fully admit it, but it might be worth doing. No reason to go to Mandala when I could go to Volpack and get it done myself. More bottled lightning. I feel like I've had this run recently. Oh, Vat of Acid's a very different take on it. So, Vat of Acid has an interesting thing going for it. Wait, didn't the guy I fought who killed me with this have, like, ammo on it? I must be misremembering, because it doesn't show ammo here. So, Vat of Acid's a large 7-second item. Poison 3 for each type this has. Burn equal to your enemy's poison. When you sell an item, this gains that item's type. The big thing here is if you give it Potion, you can give it multicast with the Boiling Flask. And it recalculates between hits, making it incredibly strong. I'm willing to go for that. Thurible is out. Quill and Ink is out. And I do want to try out a Vat of Acid build. It sounds very strong. Burn equal to your enemy's poison means I kind of don't care about these smaller items. I'm happy to do something like that, drop them forever. If I could get a poison item for my last item, I'd be happy with it. Kind of can't. I'm going to hold this until I can enchant it, see if it becomes something interesting. Or sorry, transform it. This is a transform, this is sellable. This is also sellable. And I have a huge lineup of reagents I need to transform, so I'm not holding any of them. There's no shot. Now, every type I give this matters. Which means I do need to sell a reagent at some point, just flat out. Gonna toss the rose for now. I can get tool and weapon right now, but it's kind of expensive to do so. I'm not gonna spend this money. Yeah, I'm just going to have a much worse board right now. By which I mean I'm gonna switch back to this, but it should be good enough to win my monster fight. I don't want to spend 4 gold on a roll there. And we'll try to set up the Vat of Acid shortly. Kinda want the reagent, but it's gonna cause a space problem immediately. I'm happy to sell these. I don't care. Okay, I'll take the reagent. That's arguably the best one, because I don't need to spend my transform on it. It just happens on its own. And I'm going to be tossing those two, and we should probably crush Gorgon Noble. I'll be shocked if we don't deal enough poison to win. Like, I know that this and the regen potion are both finite. But we build so much poison and so much regen immediately, then we continue stacking on some of our more important items. I'm just strongly under the impression that even though we run out of the haste potion and the, what's it called, the regeneration potion, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's got 140 poison, or she's got 140 poison. It's not even close. I really hope I don't get a medium item. Normally, I'd much rather the higher gold reward, but I would like to pick it up without crippling my inventory. Wait, no. Stop. I've got that one. I wasn't aware that was an option. I'm going to sell this one for the reagent tag, because it's very hard to transform medium items by comparison. I need to set up my board first, so I need to bring the chunk of lead in, move it over. We hit Midsworth here. Hey, the bottled lightning is back, and worse than ever. Sick. Have I sold a potion yet? I have. Good. That also got me the weapon tag. Which means I can give it lifesteal, not that it deals any damage, so maybe never mind on that one. Vitality Potion's a shitload of healing. Like, I can't take that away from it. But it's relatively slow healing. But it's broken. Like, that does matter. Gonna sell the chunk of gold immediately, bring the sulfur down to change it. I think you have to take Vitality Potion, especially when you have this much disposable gold. Just float it and see if you can find a use. We're looking at one more reagent to buy. That's fine. What? Oh, it was the last reagent. It triggered off of itself. It became a shielded sapphire. I mean, that's neat. Not actually helpful. The fact that my Philostall's only at bronze is so sad. It could have so much more regen. But that's acceptable. Not a big deal. Small potion. Oh, friend. I don't have that yet, do I? 1 gold friend tag. Sign me up. Sadly, the sapphire is not an apparel, despite clearly being meant to be worn. Now, what do we have for our last store? Tina's actually pretty ideal.
For peace.
Fiery Noxious Potion, not bad. And the Philostone upgrade that I was just talking about. Last possible hour, basically.
But I'm glad you bought this.
Now, what was I trying to do? I was trying to make Vat of Acid work. Because frankly, the potion distillery is kind of unexceptional right now. Right now, Vat of Acid is a 7-second 16 poison trigger, which is rough, to be honest with you. Almost as rough as that disconnect was. Frozen Flame is Gorgon skill on a stick, and that does do something. But I think Vat of Acid's actually good because I'm using it in conjunction with the Nightshade to scale up the burn. The issue is that all this stuff is unplayable without the distillery in play, right? Yeah, that seems to be very true, and it's not really competing with stuff that I can buy. When you poison, gain regen, actually. That essentially... Oh man, it's so expensive, it's so bad. I don't think I can take these. Do I have the relic tag yet? Oh, I had a Thurible. I must have sold it earlier. These are very expensive tags. I'm just going to roll. I don't think I can fill my board with this. The distillery upgrade. And a retort. I want all of this. Like, Vat of Acid's a cool idea, fundamentally, but I don't think it works here. Shielded Sapphire would have the Rainbow Potion to buff. Wouldn't be completely useless. Okay, I'm definitely buying the upgraded potion distillery. I feel like I need that to bridge the mid-game with whatever I'm doing. That makes the energy potion strat tremendously more bearable. I kind of don't want Vitality Potion, but it seems like the best thing I've got. Maybe the regen's better. It's not great either way. I have to make room, and I physically cannot make enough room if I keep the Vat of Acid. And you might think the obvious thing to do is be like, oh, I wasted 6 gold on this Vat of Acid, but I don't believe that. Alright, let's just do the math, right? We need 7 spaces for a Vat of Acid, a Calcinator, and a retort. Then 3 spaces for lead, because we're generating 2 lead at the start, which means we have to sell all of this. I mean, some of it's easy. I genuinely don't think Shielded Sapphire is very good, and Bottled Lightning is irrelevant to my interest. The Vitality Potion's the only one that hurts, and it genuinely does hurt. The Noxious Potion, it's a bronze Noxious Potion. The burn doesn't really impress me, who cares? So this one hurts, admittedly. I could run Vitality Potion, and I could run Rainbow Potion. Rainbow Potion's really not very good. I'd rather keep the Myrrh on my board, I guess. It's objectively worse than Incense, but it's the same thing either way. The big questionable thing is when I buy this retort, I said when for a reason, we're buying it. I kind of have a severe space issue. Oh, this does have ammo, it just didn't show up in the shop at all. That's very weird. Not gonna lie, it makes it a lot harder to win with. I don't know, man. Now that I know it has ammo, and I need to have like a Boiling Flask on one side, the Haste Potion on the other side of the Boiling Flask, and a Potion Distillery or an Athanor, and it's like my whole board we're talking about. Well, no, if it's a Boiling Flask, it'll just reload this. It doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, there's still a way to use this. We're fine. I think I just accept a lot of lost value here, right? I just don't get 10 gold from one of these, and that's a necessary evil for today. My only concern is, like, am I so weak that I should just sell something to make room that's currently on my board? Genuinely, Myrrh is basically the same item. This does make my board worse, but I'm gonna sell the Incense and play greedy as hell. My opponent's on the same win rate as me. It looks like they lost around the same point, which is as late as possible.
Go ahead.
I think I'm stronger than I was with the Haste Potion setup. Bit of ammo, City and Seashell, Catfish, Pufferfish with Water Wheel, and that Catfish might just solo me. Remember, this used to be what a gold Catfish did. So in terms of poison scaling, I might be getting rolled here. Thankfully, I do have the Vitality Potion to offer myself a lot of healing over the course of the fight, which is appearing to just single-handedly make the difference.
You should put it toward nobler.
How much health should I have lost there? Because we dealt similar amounts of poison total. He hit for 580 with this alone. I feel very confident the Vitality Potion is the reason I'm alive. Alright, we take this. Just one potion putting the run on its back. Oh, right. I thought I did something different in my inventory. No, the myrrh is down here. We have a lot of gold to make today. We need to go to 4 shops. It's not optional. So Aerodrome can get bent. We're not going there.
Let's chat.
Restorative fire potion, huh? Ooh, that's not terrible. It would allow me to save a lot of space if I dropped this. Unfortunately, I can't really do that. The Alembic's just like, for 1 space less than the potion distillery, you get the transmute effect, but you get basically nothing else. You get a reagent when you buy it, and that's it. Now, what's off my board? Nothing. Nothing's off my board. Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? That just means I have to sell something that I don't want to sell, and that's the end of it. Let's roll. We're probably selling the Nightshade in this case. The Aludel is not it. Plague Glaive is interesting. I don't have tool tag on Vat of Acid yet. And it would appear that I'm making an ungodly amount of money today. If I sell this, I'm committing to Vat of Acid. Burn equal to your enemy's poison. We can make that work. We can do that. And having sold that, I can pick up the tool tag. Frankly, I don't know that it's necessary, but I do know that I am fabulously wealthy, so being wishy-washy about it doesn't make sense. Upgrade a silver tier or lower item. Vat of Acid would make sense, so would Potion Distillery. I think with double Legendator, I have infinite money already. I feel that... Let me look up the scaling on Vat of Acid, actually. The Vat of Acid doubles its base poison value, which, like, yeah, sure, that's nice. I feel pretty confident that the longevity provided by Potion Distillery here matters a lot more, and it definitely matters more than a skill. Like, the base poison doesn't really matter that much. You can get some of the base poison just from other random enchanted shit on your board. We hit Ayla here every time. We just have to go to the shops.
This leg. Oof.
Noxious Poison's not bad considering what we're currently playing. Sell the gold immediately. We need the energy potion. We want the poison potions. The vitality potion's the best one. So it's currently Philostone and restorative potion that are out. And we'll see how this does in our monster fight. It looks like it kills them. Don't really much care about letter opener runic daggers. It feels like it's a very different build than what I'm currently doing. Same with Covetous Raven. I don't even know what I'm rolling for. Like, how on earth could a weapon end up coming in? I'm just not that familiar with the character, and there's too much shit I don't know. Look, I want to believe. I really want to believe, you know? But why would I beat Lich? He has 700 more health than me. Canonically, he's just me but better. Like, he is just Mac's big brother. I don't mean that biologically. I mean that Mac is essentially just a more attractive Lich. The idea is I haste my shit, I poison a lot, and then he takes a bunch of burn? I don't think that's the reality, though, right? Vitality Potion's not going to save me. It's going to go off once, and then I'm going to die 2 seconds later because 600 is nothing to Lich. Yeah, no, I can't possibly kill a Lich. I want to believe, but all I'm doing is throwing away experience by clicking that fight. I played the game enough to learn that lesson. I don't need to throw fights to Lich when I learn Mac. I already know how that goes. So, this goes off, deals... Alright, I think that's exactly what I was expecting. It recalculates its burn when it does the poison, so it's actually dealing its poison as burn, even on the first hit with nothing else going on. Which is a lot of fucking burn. There's a reason I thought I stood a chance against Lich. That was quite a lot of damage. Not nearly enough to kill a Lich, mind, but enough to be pretty impressive. I think I'm happy to go to Potion Vendor, happy to transmute some more lead.
Oh, hello, Mac. Come to learn from a real alchemist?
Runic Potion's not really useful to me. I guess I'm happy to upgrade a Noxious Potion. Sure.
That you've never brewed this before.
I don't think there was a difference in cooldown between them, was there? No. Sleeping Potion's not too important to me. I don't think that ever hits my board. Upgrade Regen Potion seems very good.
May you complete the great work.
Now, Strength Potion's a complicated one. It would seem to me that the play is just do this, right? You put Strength Potion in for the crit chance. Now, the sum total of our defenses, if we do that, is literally fucking nothing. And instead of running Vat of Acid, get this, instead of running Vat of Acid, we could run several other cards and have defenses. It is an appealing argument, isn't it? I toss the power sander and the gold just so I can see my inventory a little more clearly. I don't know, man. I think Vat of Acid's really, really not helping the build. Like, yeah, it's a lot of burn. It really is. But, so is, like, Calcinator, right? It's not even that much worse initially. It's obviously worse, but surely I just make a better build with Strength Potion somehow, right? I'll figure it out at the next shop. I'm pretty sure this Acid Vat needs to go. Hina, if you can give me specifically the Boiling Flask, we might have a sick build on our hands. Sure, I'll take even more unlimited gold that pays for itself after one lead generation. Right, we need to sell that. We got Crocodile Tears. I don't think so. Crocodile Tears are decidedly not it. Silver is useless when we have Potion Distillery. Frost Potion at Silver is not really it. I'm not even gonna bother floating it. My inventory space is super tight. You're supposed to be convincing me not to run this, Hina. This is the opposite of helping. You're sabotaging the run by letting me believe. Fine, fine. We're gonna push the Vat of Acid. We're gonna take it as far as it can go. Now, is Vat of Acid better with an 11 poison item or with a 35 reshin item? I'm gonna be honest, this isn't enough defenses. It's not between Philo Stone and anything. I don't think it can be Strength Potion, although I do want to hold this in case, like, down the line I get a Gunner or Stocked Up or whatever it is, the potion-specific version of Gunner that Matt gets. Because I think a Vat of Acid build, you literally just need, like, 2 ammo, and that's it. So I think if I could drop the Potion Distillery, I would be willing to do so. I don't care about this. I don't care about this, I think. It's just between Vitality Potion, which is a big amount of healing. I think I do that. And I generate 2 leads, and we're good. I believe that this is my best board. If I Quicksilvered anything, it would be okay, meh. This wouldn't be on my board, terrible. Quicksilver seems like a net loss. I think this works. I think thanks to Vitality Potion, we have a chance. 4 wins to 2. I don't have a great degree of confidence, though, because Mac builds can be very explosive, and my defenses, like most Mac builds, don't exist. 100 health above him. I think he got better enchants than me points. I'm going to lose in the back of just that, probably. My Flask is going to do a lot, but I'm just putting it in God's hands with the enchants here. Or sorry, not with the enchants, with the Recycling Bin. It looks like the Recycling Bin didn't do that much.
I must repeat the experiment.
It died from... Oh no, this didn't go off. It was from something else. Okay. So checking recap. I don't know. I feel like the 74 burn mattered. I'm going to watch that again. Just as soon as I saw heavy energy potion, I was like, fuck it, I'm dead. Stop thinking. Which is maybe not a good way to approach it. Yeah, so when the Vat went off, he went from 70-0 to 40-0 to 70-70. I would say the burn dealt more damage that fight. And obviously Vitality Potion's probably hard carrying, right? Like, what was my health at when Vitality Potion was triggering here? Because I assume it mattered tremendously. I'd be shocked to hear otherwise. And while Heavy Energy Potion is, you know, terrible, it is doing a lot to mitigate my weakness to his Heavy Potion. And yeah, that was the full 600 value. I'd have been at half health without it. Admittedly, I didn't need it, but still. It's just terrifying seeing Recycling Bin, you know? You hate to see it. Alright, that brings us to day 7. We're 6-1. Sorry, 5-1. I think Philostone never enters the build. Same with this potion. Of the 2, Philostone is the more irreplaceable, so let's keep that one as long as we can. Head over to Andy, transmute some lead to gold like you do.
Step toward good taste.
This has Potion, Weapon, Reagent, Friend, Tool. There's nothing on this first page for me. I don't really think I care about upgrading the Philostone, man. It's a little bit too late for it to be good. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on it. It just doesn't matter to me.
My power burns hotter.
Heal and regen, not useful. Slow, not useful. Let's go gold tier skills. First time you use an item, haste, don't really need it. Iron sharpens iron is right out, and initial dose is the one that's actually pickable from all this. I have unlimited gold to roll with, so the question's really, like, is leftmost poison doing anything? I think eventually it would. Like, 6 poison on this, when it translates to burn and it's multicast, is pretty damn substantial. I am going to take initial dose here. I think it's good enough for the acid vat build that we're aspiring towards. I've got enough transmutes left for the day. I don't need to go to a shop desperately. I'm going to go try to get a fight. Ooh, Shock Trooper is a little bit scary. I think we're fine. I think it's fine. Definitely don't like Shock Trooper because, you know, he has that nasty habit of one-shotting you even on characters with good defenses. But I have 18 seconds until it happens, more or less, depending on what Nitrate feels like doing. The big thing to be afraid of is the Plasma Grenade, but we should just deal enough poison and burn to win. Yeah, it's looking that way. I've never seen a disconnect upon completion of a monster fight before. That's a weird one. Anyway, what did we get? Induction Aegis. That's fine, I guess. Now for our real monster fights, we level up no matter which one we take. We're going to go for Thug because Bonk is just an insane skill. If it only costs 1 experience to take a crack at Thug, I am taking a crack at Thug every single time. The rest of this is all droppable, and sadly I have no target for the Bludgeon. I have no slow effects at all. So we're just here for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 9 at the best skill in the game, or at least one of them, certainly in that S tier of skills. Acid Vat is doing a lot of burn, man. I feel like it's a good card. Oh! Straight to the moon! Might not be my dominant victory, but I feel very comfortable in going 10 wins now. And let's transmute this lead at Orion. And tools, I think, is where you get a boiling flask as well. Oh. Oh, we are doing something now. Okay, the way you evaluate the build has just changed tremendously. We don't care about Induction Aegis, we don't care about Chunk of Gold. This is not going to stay on board. I am going to buy the Boiling Flask every single time. This now has multicast. It's going to deal 40 poison, then 40 burn, then 40 poison, then 80 burn. That's 80 poison and 120 burn. It's pretty good. Now you'll notice that the rest of my shit is all terrible now because they have 1 ammo. So it sort of mandates that the build either get revamped or that I do this, which lowers my startup time and keeps ammo on my 1 defensive item. There's an argument to keeping like a regen potion as well instead of that, because it's going to give more starting burn. I think that's a pretty compelling argument. I think the sleep potion's definitely out. I think if I drop the potion distillery, it's going to be for those 3 potions. What about a strength potion? It is going to go off at 4.8, so first. And that means, oh no, oh no. So the strength potion goes off first, so we're critting every time now. So it deals 90 poison, then 90 burn, then 90 poison, then 180 burn. So at 5.6, so 5.8 seconds with internal cooldown, it deals 270 burn on day 7. And the reason I'm so sure it works like this and it calculates the initial poison tick and recalculates during multicast is because it's how my first good Mac run bombed out at 9 wins. I'm very familiar with this interaction. So I think that's the way to go. We don't have Tool yet, do we? No, we do. But we don't have Relic. This is our first one of those. So I'll take the additional poison there. I think Potion Distillery is currently the way to go. I don't know. I'm really torn. Because getting this to go off a little bit faster, at the same time, I can just put more poisons on it, right? I'm deeply torn between this for startup time or just running the poison potion straight. I think this is the better build, but they both have their weaknesses. The weakness here is Disruption. I only have 4 items. But regardless, I'm willing to take it. Don't see a need for an Alembic. Sure, unlimited gold. Let's go. No thanks on the Hourglass, and I think I don't need a Sifting Pan, but frankly, I might just be ride or die with this stupid setup. Yeah, I think I'm good there. Silver tier weapon, no thanks. Give me the loot item. Very nice, love Vial of Blood. I have nothing to generate, but maybe if I got something better than a regen potion, I'd be willing to run this, so I may as well re-roll it on Quixel.
I'm Quixel, Master Merchant.
I mean, that's a direct upgrade. It's the same thing, except it deals 16 poison, so sure. Although it is arranged wrong, I would want the extra poison to be on this. Fireflies, Mortar and Pestle, Amber, no new tags, no interest in those items. I feel kind of locked into my board states. Same there.
Midsworth says I'm bad at this, but I just want the huge things.
I need to make room for 2 gold leads. think I can pretty easily toss those. May as well toss the Vial of Blood. Feeling very good, but this Mac did just die, so the fact that he is full dead gives him an enchant up on me.
You are a child to me, and I will punish you.
He's at level 7, I'm at level 9, up 800 health. He has a duplicated refractor. I don't see it. The potion distillery with energy potion is always a good start, but I will say they scaled up pretty fast. That would have ramped quite quickly. I'm kind of surprised to see him full dead there, because his enchant obviously isn't doing a lot, whichever one it was. I can't mouse over this when I'm talking about it, because it pops up the tooltip on top of the values it does. But it has 57 poison. That value does not change in combat. It crits for 104, then burns for 104, and crits the burn for 208. Anyway, we have 2 more gold chunks of lead, which is fantastic. I can go to pull. I can try to upgrade these items. They're obviously good items to upgrade, but I mean, I have unlimited gold. I don't need to upgrade them in any, like, pressing concern. Let's just go get our guaranteed 2 to 4 extra experience.
They build.
You gotta click on Seraphina when you see her, right?
Cannot comprehend.
We have a Restorative Philostone, which is a fantastic item. Crushed a run recently with that. Radiant Cold Ink, not so much. Obsidian Ouroboros, no thank you. And I have the money to roll this shop freely. I am stupidly wealthy. Turbo Poppy Field. When you use a weapon, poison 5. When you use a weapon, haste. Oh, that's nasty. That's a lot. I obviously can't use it. Like, I know that this is a weapon currently, but I don't have room for this. Toxic Covetous Raven. When you use another relic or enchanted item, charge this too. Not really too crazy, and obviously I'm not here for Deadly Bio Launcher, although it does have a good enchant. Your potions have plus 25% crit. Regardless, not for me. We'll move on to another shop. Actually, it's monster fight time.
Another step forward on my path.
Oh. Okay, we're going 10 wins. Yeah, I'll just lock that in real quick. It's gonna do a little bit more than 2 more burn when it actually goes off. Yeah. You can just wrap it up here, boys. We're done. It's fucking over. Oh no. So, I don't even think it's gonna survive for a full 2 seconds after the Vat of Acid goes off. Yeah, that's 1400 burn. Oh no. That's not okay at all. Theoretically, if I get the multicast skill, I would just drop all the other... I don't know, I would lose my crit chance if I dropped all the other potions, so maybe not. Toss that, bring the lead back down to dupe in a second. Sell the Gatling gun before I go to the store, otherwise I'll just be heartbroken about the 20 gold I don't get, not that I even need the money.
Make deals, not war.
Don't care about Cauldron. Oh, it works really well with the Vat of Acid. There's direct synergy. Not nearly enough for me to care, but it is there. Anyway, no thanks to Death Caps or the Alum deck. I don't feel like I need either. Sure. It literally doesn't matter, but sure. Toss the Bottle Tornado. It's not happening. Put this back in. Toss the chunk of gold. It feels insane not to upgrade my Diamond Frost Potion when I have 100 gold on day 8. And, like, obviously I want to keep the Vitality Potion, but I don't see how they ever come back in. That's the problem. I guess if I just got an ammo upgrade, if I got, like, a gold or diamond plus ammo item, I'd be happy to drop Potion Distillery. Just because, like, yeah, sure, the cooldown reduction's nice, but I'd rather have more resistance to freeze and crowd control. Okay, let's head to the next one. See if we can't figure out... I don't even know what I'm looking for, man. I'll go to Herma. I don't know what I could find I would care about. I'm not gonna drop 24 gold. Okay, I was gonna say I'm not gonna drop 24 gold in the property tag. That's ridiculous. What's ridiculous is that I have 40 income right here. We absolutely dropped 24 gold on the property tag. Clearly worthwhile. We have Tool. Yeah. Don't really care about much else, to be honest with you. I don't have room for a Memento Mori. I think this is a weird niche item that affects a very small minority of matchups. You only want to run it if you're like one-shotting people and afraid of getting one shot first, and I'm not quite there. I've got 5.6 seconds, well, 4.8 seconds of startup time. So I don't think it works, and I don't have anything to drop for it anyway. And we're not Sunlight Spear one-shotting. This is Vat of Acid one-shot through and through. He's at 3 wins, and that's better known as he does not stand a chance. It looks like he might be dead, so maybe he has a game-changing enchant, but it's gonna have to change the game pretty fast before Vat of Acid burns him down. He is a level behind me. He's also doing Vat of Acid Boiling Flask. I can't help but notice that you don't have 100% crit chance. Ooh, or a distillery. Yeah, small difference in the effects of our Vats of Acid there. Notably, one of them went off, which is the reason that it's not even clear to me I will ever drop Distillery. It's because, yeah, sure, I'm more resistant to crowd control with 3 small items. I'm also just faster with Distillery, and I cannot overstate the importance of that. So Artisan Dunes is +2 poison. That's actually +4 poison, because it crits, which is +8 burn, because that crits too, which is actually +16 burn, because you get it a second time, and then another +8, so it's +24 burn. Which sounds like a lot until you realize they have 1500 burn, and 24 is kind of a drop in the bucket, isn't it? Not really sure what the play is there. I'm strongly inclined to believe that you just upgrade the poison here, and while it may be a drop in the bucket, it's still a step in the right direction. I don't really think haste and charge or slow is super important. I'm gonna go max skills here. It can open up a lot of things down the line. I'm not regen. This is minuscule scaling. I already get shit at the start of the day. I don't care. At the start of each fight, a random potion gains 1 multicast for the fights. You can engineer it so that you guaranteed hit Fiery Vat of Acid. It's as simple as removing everything else. The weird thing is, I'm not even convinced it's good right now, because I'm obviously not going to drop the energy potion. And if I look at stocked, like, it costs me my startup time here, so it doesn't matter either. I'm going to take Brewmaster for the 1 and 3 at tripling my output.
I hope you will recognize it.
And I'm happy to go middle here, transmute stuff. How many freeze potions do I need to get before I'm willing to admit that freeze potion is worth using? Well, without having taken stocked, they're definitely a lot worse. Anyway, no thanks to Cauldron, Runic Double Bow, or Satchel. Not really in line with my Vat dreams. I don't have any regen. Like, obviously, this could be insane with the Vat of Acid. Kinda doesn't work, though. Like, I see the thing you do here, right? You take the tome, you take this. Instead of giving it multicast, you just scale it to have so much base poison that it's effectively better than multicast. It's not even that hard, right? I just need 64 regen, and boom, it's the same as multicasting it. Well, actually, that's not quite true, but still. It's pretty damn close. I just don't think I need it. I want to play a Boiling Flask hand. I'm going to move on.
That's okay.
And I don't have room for the tome on top of all the other shit I'm doing. Oh, I should probably put my crit potion back in. I don't really need it. I'm kind of wasting time, aren't I? Would I care about anything from this fight? I think, as always, the answer is no. Soul Ring on Mac is something I'm really looking forward to, but we're nowhere near playing that in this run. We are not a regen build. We're a 1700 burn in 6 seconds build. That's what we are. Eat your heart out, Dooley. You are no longer the mid-game burn king. Oh, that's ridiculous. It's gold. I can't be upset about it, but I don't know. Getting decent gold value feels underwhelming when you have 40 income in your stash. What heal and regen am I looking for? None. Let's go to the portal instead. Sure, I'm happy with that.
From the Empyrean realm, and also merchandise.
Shiny Sulfur, I assume, enchants with fiery, not shiny. Which makes me very sad. I don't even really want this, but I mostly transmute lead anyway. So it is technically a massive upgrade.
This in one of your fights?
Do I have a reason to care about getting the sulfur? Like, it's 32 gold. It's really clearly a waste of money. Venom does sort of combo, but, like, I'd rather the crit chance, quite obviously. Fiery Library. It's not a very good enchant, but Library is, in general, a very good item. A little bit worse when you give your Vat of Acid the weapon tag, though. Yeah, none of this is for me. We have nothing we care about transmuting. Just gonna toss the Noxious Potion now to make room as our stash base is steadily falling. I guess I go talk. I don't know what I'm looking for.
It's urgent. Hurry up.
I have so much money, I just go anywhere and roll and learn more about the items the character has. That's kind of where I'm at. It has a vehicle dinosaur. I didn't know dinosaur was a Wait, no, I did. Mamazar has it. But this is for actual dinosaurs, not robot dinosaurs. Anyway, yeah, 6 gold for 2 tags. That is so much more base poison. Sign me up.
With each new discovery,
Gonna take loot for sure here.
of life is revealed.
Oh, that guy out's bad. It was probably mostly because of the fact I have bonk, huh? 5.3. Make sure I remove that first. 4.8. It's almost too fast. It's almost going off before the strength potion. Need to make sure I don't mess that up. We're both very nearly undefeated max, except
Faced 82
he is an undefeated Mac. That is a slight difference, I'll admit. I'm not sure I'm a weaker Mac. Oh no, he's me. Shit. That's a lot of lightning potions. My startup time is a 0. I think he dies even with Desperate Cleanse. Yeah. Like, I'll admit, he domed me pretty hard. I got 200 burn on me. He's got almost 1,000 after Desperate Cleanse went off. 1992 burn. It seems alright, you know? Also, it looks like... Oh no, this went off twice. I thought this gave itself the crit chance before it went off, but that is not what happens. Dude, this build is gross. Vat of Acid might be very strong. Maybe Max just generally overtuned, and the more I find out about the character, the worse it's going to get. Anyway, speaking of overtuned, I would like to cash in my 40 income, please, as well as my 2 turbo potions. Hear me out. I don't need the haste potion. Isn't invuln potion just better? Because then I just can't... How's this interact with getting one shot? I assume poorly. That's probably how it works. It probably works poorly, right? The first time you fall below half health each fight, use this and you're already dead, so it doesn't go off. I've never played an Eclipse Boulder strat, so I'm not familiar with this interaction. I think it's bad. I'm going to... Oh, what? Turbo Chunk of... Oh, no! When you get a Turbo Chunk of gold, it sells for 8 gold instead of 20. My fucking income. I'm rolling. It's 24 gold less per day. I'll never recover from this financially. I'll get like a really funny haste duration about it on my energy potion, but that absolutely sucks. It won't matter, but it's pretty rude. Anyway, what do we have on the next page? Probably nothing important considering I don't know why I'm in this store.
Are you sure?
Oh, note to self, do not ever enchant that shit. Ah, Celestial Conduit's good. I'm gonna put it on Boiling Blast. That might seem random. It's because I want to preserve Energy Potion for heavy. This is not an active item, and this is already poisoned. This is already fiery. So getting anything with Radiant prevents them from stacking up slow and freeze. So it's nice to have it on something. Doesn't really matter what. So I have a 4 out of 5 at beating Void Golem, which I can increase to a 7 out of 5 at beating Void Golem by swapping out my Potion Distillery in exchange for 3 potions. Counterpoint, Trash Titan has Juggler, which would actually be pretty sick if anyone lived. And it's only 2 experience down, and I level up regardless of which one I take today. Oh, I am a sucker for Juggler. It's such a fun skill. Fine, let's do it. Let's go try to get Juggler. Besides, I know I'll get 1 in 5 or 1 in 8'd, have my only important item get destroyed at start of combat, and then lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just wrong, right? Like, if you think you're gonna get the 1 in 9, then if you're that lucky, you just beat Void Golem instead, right? What am I doing here?
Prowl these streets?
Yeah, that's about right. Get the chunk of gold back in, hit a shop, see what it has.
If I don't have what you need,
Aw.
I'll help you find who does.
I'm not sure what I'm looking for. The board feels really, really locked. sell this, sell that, bring this in. And I don't really see a point in rotating my potions. Like, I can re-roll them if I want. Fair enough. I can just, like, put turbo on all of these potions if I don't have anything to change out.
That's Paul. He might have what you need.
You know what? I can put turbo on this potion. Oh, wait, no. It does not put turbo on the potion. You need to remember what your cards do. It re-rolls the potion and puts turbo on it. Very different. What am I doing at Curio, really? I mean, what am I doing with 12 regen or transforming a nothing item? So, sure, let's go look for 1 wing, 1 feather, 1 extract. Nothing tremendous, but something. Yeah, bronze extract is 2 poison. That's not right.
My rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Don't really get any value out of the rest of this. When you're this kind of wealthy, I think it's just correct to buy chocolate bars. Oh, I gave this more tags. I didn't even think about it. I gave it food and loots. Probably just food, but still. It already has friend. I don't think it has tech, though. I wasn't thinking about Curio properly. Oh, it did have tech. My bad. Probably doesn't have apparel. You know you can read it. Why are you keep saying probably? What's wrong with me? Anyway, our base tag count is climbing pretty rapidly. I can't really justify not just upgrading this to a higher base poison amount to one-shot more people. Yeah, 130 base poison. So it crits for 260. Let's just make sure I'm doing this, right? It deals 130 poison, crits for 260. Then that 260 is going to be turned into burn, which will also crit for 520 burn. And that's going to stack up, and that's going to get turned into burn, which is going to get doubled because it crits. So, by my math, it's 1560. But we've been dealing more than that already, so I don't fucking know where the burn on this item is coming from. Something is wrong, or I'm really dumb, but this feels like simple math. They get crit twice, you stack up the poison, you add it each time. How fast is that? He's dead to rights, it's not going off. 4.8, 7.6, that difference is an eternity.
Bring her about! I've got another.
Wait, how many times did it hit him? Oh, it had 3x multicast that time? Oh yeah, the 1 in 3 when it happens goes pretty hard, doesn't it? I just spent a second trying to calc why this Vat of Acid hits so hard. This one is because I have the fiery enchant and I just forgot about it. So, this would hit for about 3,000 burn, but instead it's hitting for 6,000. You know, if I get lucky, if I get the 1 in 3 to, like, literally double my output. Not that it seems to be needed in any capacity. Anyway, let's transmute some more lead and be collectively depressed by how much less valuable it is.
Leave with big bargains.
Oh, it's so sad. I can at least put it on my energy potion, which is moderately useful. Moderately useful, he says. That's complete cope. It's useless. It does nothing. And I have infinite money. I'll upgrade that to diamond. No use for these other two. Someday I'll see Shrinking Potion and think it fits in a build, but I just don't really get the item right now. Just deal damage to them. What are we talking about, right?
Fill their tunes, heal the wounds.
I don't have any regen. It's such a sick item, but I can't use it. Please stop showing it to me. I don't get the point of the invuln potion. I'm tossing it. And I'm rolling. I have no regen. I never will have regen. Which is really sad, because obviously this is a pretty sick combo. But there is nothing here for me.
This place is pretty great.
I don't actually know that I beat Volcus. I have very few active items. I'm pretty confident that I would. But also, Juggler's really cool. Like, we're probably going 10 wins no matter what I do. I have 3 attempts to fight somebody who doesn't just kill me first. So I really have to imagine that it doesn't matter if I push experience slightly there. And again, I level up today regardless of which fight I took. I'll be honest, I did not realize that until just now. I didn't look at it at all.
But I do have
Catalyst is nice. It is something to transform. I mean, it's not gonna do much of anything, and transforming it doesn't actually matter. So maybe it's not nice. It's not like I have anything that scales often in this run.
The Bazaar has many secrets.
Adira, see it, click it.
I will uncover them all.
When you poison, gain crit. Nope. 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 Try again. +4 poison flat. I mean, we can do better. But we could also do a lot worse.
Power is wisdom.
Could we? That's a pretty far cry from good. Just gonna keep the catalyst, it doesn't matter. Try to get to go off through lead the next day.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
What tags do I not have? It's all weird out of class stuff at this point, I'm sure. Certainly none of that.
Not cut out for business.
And I have no reason to sell anything but Legion 2 at the start of the day. It is a crashed out Mac, and I feel pretty confident that I am way stronger than anyone who's died. They have to have picked up the pace pretty damn seriously to have caught up.
Stand aside.
Heavy candles. Oh, that's not... He's dead. He's completely dead. This is why Frozen Flame effects are not going to win you the fight. Trigger at half health. I mean, you're already done. He didn't even trigger it. We went straight from over half health to dead with damage over time effects before it went off. Seems pretty good. Just, eminently reasonable amounts of fire coming out of this, I don't think it's going to go live to the channel. It was a run that ultimately went 9 wins and was very similar to the first upload that I have for Mac. But in my first run, I spent a lot of time looking at this item and like, that can't be right. That can't be intentional. The fact that it recalculates its burn after it goes off makes it very, very strong. And then on top of that, it recalculates between multi-strike too. So this is the general setup, right? You just give it a lot of base poison, give it 100% crit from something else, the strength potion, give it multicast, and it just goes to the moon with a minimal investment and does this sort of nonsense. And like, what's the rest of the build? It's got Bonk, and like all the rest of the skills add a sum total of 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It adds 9 of 134 poison. My skills do literally nothing except for Bonk and 1/3 of the time Brewmaster. This is just the base value, effectively, of Vat of Acid plus Boiling Flask. And Boiling Flask is always going to be scary as hell. Boiling Flask, Energy Potion, and not Toxic Strength Potion, just normal Strength Potion, are sort of like the linchpin of a bunch of crazy, powerful Mac strategies, it's starting to feel like. But Vat of Acid is just very, very strong due to the fact that it calculates before hitting you. That is so much power, as thoroughly shown off in this run. And that'll be my second 10 wins on Mac. Happy with that. I am kind of surprised to see that I cut the value of my lead, or sorry, my transmuted gold by over half when I enchanted this. That wasn't great. But when you have infinite money, you can afford to lose 24 gold per day and be just fine. And yeah, the build's not that complicated. It turns out that if you quadruple one number on a card every time you use a card, and you use that card twice back to back, then you immediately deal 16, actually 20 times the first number. And God forbid someone actually lived through this, because if they do, I'm going to do 20 times the first volley in 2.4 more seconds. Not that anyone came close to living long enough to see that, but this does not run out. I could have stacked that burn up into the hundreds of thousands if my opponents had survived any period of time. I don't think it's quite that bad, but it's damn close. What a horrifyingly powerful card. Not surprised I lost my 10-win run to it. This will be a constant entry into the new Day 15 high roll lottery, I think. Just a horrifying card. I hope you enjoyed seeing it in action. I'm pleasantly surprised with how good it was. When I was first picking this thing up, I had constant doubts about it, but boy howdy did it prove me wrong. Anyways, that'll be all for now. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Before you go, if you could do the whole YouTube algorithm dance, I'd really appreciate it. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff really does help the channel grow, and it really does matter. Not just to the channel, but to me. Anyways, see you in the next one. Peace.